Something Wicked Studios.
I feel like we're gonna have a hella more in the end.
Hella more, the don't moves.
Yeah.
Climb?
Climb. Since we've been having quick time issues.
I have not been having quick time missions. I've missed like 2 the entire game.
Climb round.
Come on.
That's impressive.
Yeah. She's a Nathan Drake up in here.
Wouldn't go that far, but
Yeah, try to the right. The right looks shorter.
oh, it's this one. It's a loop. It goes back to the exact same.
Wait, well, I saw a glinty.
You did?
I thought I saw a glinty.
I like this tense background music.
Yeah, you're like, shit.
There's a
ah!
Glinty. Hey, it's the last one.
Well, unless we didn't miss a thing, but I think we missed
Pretty
a
sure
thing.
we did. Okay, so there's a ton of them in there. Got it.
Yeah.
Maybe I can just light the house on fire from outside.
I think that might be too easy.
So I'm stuck playing this game in the super uncomfortable way of having it, like, on my leg and also my thumb, like, barely in the joystick and my fingers hovering ever so slightly about it, trying to anticipate what this game might throw at me.
Yes, that is what they want you
I
to be
kind
doing.
of hate this. Do I cross the pond?
I guess so. So much hypothermia.
Yeah. Straight across, I assume?
I imagine.
Half expecting it don't move.
I agree.
Stop wiping yourself off and keep moving.
She was just in freezing water.
That's why you need to keep moving. Movement means energy, and movement means survival, and survival means heat. I feel like I got those out of order.
Yeah, you did.
Keep moving.
Run, girl. Well, not run. Maybe running is bad. Drop down again.
I was expecting quick times.
Nope.
Every time we go down something, I'm like, oh, she's gonna fall. Quick time.
I don't like that angle at all.
No.
It looks like she... Quick time. Probably.
Would make sense.
She kicked that, would there have been an explosion?
I don't think so. Not how things generally work.
Hey! Hey! Oh, come on, open up! Guys, come on, are you in there?
No, they're not.
Sam.
Mike.
They got out. Or Mike got out.
Yeah,
You're
he's
terrible.
like, Josh got fucked up.
Gonna look worse if we stay out here. Come on.
So I'm anticipating lots of don't move now.
Yeah.
Mike, what happened to Josh?
I got him.
God, what an awful way to go.
Not good.
Yeah.
What do you think we should do?
We should check the basement. Might be someone left down there.
They've been through some shit.
Yeah. So, beeline for the basement?
I think so. We've gotten all the collectibles we can find.
Yeah.
We are in the final act, everyone.
Indeed.
We are going into a basement that we will possibly get walled off and
We've
just
been in
decide
this
if we have to
basement way
kill
too
each
many
other.
times. This basement is impossibly huge.
My favorite room.
How do you rate our chances of survival?
I'm trying not to think about it.
Smart. She just push her. Lock door. Everyone's just kind of standing there waiting.
That's why.
Don't fucking move a muscle.
I'm afraid to talk even.
I know.
You don't have it resting on you for the don't move. This is hell. This is the worst thing ever. So they'll kill each other.
Hopefully. As long as people don't move. And hot. Oh,
Hey,
they knocked
fire.
some gas. Fire's good. Seems weird they've never gotten into this
Yeah.
fight before. Ooh.
Whoa. The fact that the controller vibrates makes this even worse.
Oh. Save Mike.
Hey!
Why would you make the controller rumble during a don't move? This is just evil.
Charlie is invested. Hide. Have to get Mike out.
Yeah.
Oh, and Ashley. I didn't even realize Ashley was still in there.
Save that ass. I like how nonchalant she looks during this. It's like, kind of done this 2 or 3 times.
She's telling herself that she's done this 2 or 3
Yeah.
times. Hide. Let Mike get away. Save my muffin. Go, Muffin, go!
Go, Mike. Don't shell shock it out of there.
So she is the final girl.
So tempted to botch it right now.
Don't you dare.
Muscles in knee want to move, but not
doing
for
that on
screwing it
purpose.
over.
They will do that on purpose.
Gotta be a quick time I have to pull off soon. Nice. Woo!
Isn't that satisfying?
It is. Still wanted to kill some of them.
You can do that playthrough without me, dear.
Extra Life 2016. They all die.
The main structure is completely destroyed. Over. Hold on. I'm seeing something. It looks like there are survivors.
Woo! We survived until dawn! Look, it's dawn! They came! We're not dead.
We're alive, and so are you.
I can't take a screenshot here. I hate you, PS4.
No!
For these all the deaths, probably.
I guess. Alright, so they're dead, obviously.
The old man, I don't know how to describe him. I mean,
You said you thought he was stalking you at first. Did anyone else in your group think that?
well, yeah.
Is it possible they could have killed him?
What?
They're trying to pin this
No.
on them.
No, you
Whoa.
don't understand. Don't you understand?
If he attacked you,
He saved my life. And I watched him die.
So we're obviously at some ranger station getting getting
Jessica,
interviewed
I don't
or something.
know how or why she was down there, but I know
The cops
I
probably
heard her.
based on that.
Hey, where's Matt and Jessica?
He
We'll see
held
them
it right
later.
up to my face. Right here, right in front of my nose, and he could have shot me. He almost shot me, the prick. I mean, you go out with a guy for however long, and you
Mike.
think you know him, but man, this one really takes the cake.
I was right.
Hey, Matt survived.
And I could
Somehow.
have done something. I tried to do something. It wasn't good enough.
How did you end up in the mines?
I was carried
The
and
game did not try as
taken.
hard to kill her as I thought it was going to after we found her again.
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, there were definitely two opportunities.
Of course,
His fucking
but
mind. He wanted to hurt us. Okay? And I thought he was the one who attacked Jess.
I thought we were close. After his sisters disappeared, he'd come and talk to me. He said I was the only one who understood him. I thought,
I find you the least interesting character still.
thought we
I
had
just
a
kind of want to hear
connection.
Mike explain what the hell
You need someone to
happened.
talk to.
I'm fine.
Sometimes, after a traumatic experience,
I said I'm fine.
She's like, I cannot care
Shut
about
up.
this guy.
I stabbed him and I tried to get away, but I didn't know. I swear I didn't know.
Didn't know? Who did you stab?
Oh, I stabbed the maniac. I didn't know it was Josh, but then he was the psycho. And how was I supposed to know Josh had all this sauce and the gun? And oh my god.
See?
You bringing in Meat Brain next? Gonna kick him around a bit for me?
I'm sorry.
Meat Brain, Mr. Muscle Brawn, Matt the Incredible Sulk.
Is there something we need to know?
Oh, no, nothing important except
She's just a
you know,
bitch.
how he basically left me to die up on a freaking tumbling tower like a world-class douche nozzle.
I'm sorry. They did so much to redeem her and
Ashley,
undid
she
all of it
told
for
us she
just
liked
Well,
that.
let's see if she turns when she finds out he's okay.
She said she heard you calling out.
Not me.
See?
Wasn't her. We think we knew that.
What do you remember?
He came for me.
Aww.
He did.
He's gonna get so laid once the
Well,
post-traumatic stress disorder
She
wears
has
off.
Did he make it?
major internal bleeding, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure she's not in great shape.
to listen,
She
May.
got pulled through a window.
I don't care if you believe me or not. Doesn't matter because you will. You need to go down to the mines.
What's in the mine, Sam?
I've seen what's down there, and I'd give anything to unsee it.
Not being real helpful, guys. Okay. We know we do a little post-mortem during these kinds of things. I thought we'd watch that because some of it was interesting, but
Well, I want to know what happened to Josh. Like, Josh just went away.
it's giving me a skip option. Let's see what happens. Let's do a little post-mortem now, I guess. So, Until Dawn. Despite being a horror game, I really enjoyed this game. It's unlike a lot of other purely story-driven games out there, this one kind of keeps the pace up. And while I did not like many of the characters, I did connect to them in one way or another. It's as much fun as I'm sure I would have had with an Oops All Dead playthrough. I am glad we managed to pull off keeping all of them alive somehow. It feels very gratifying to have pulled that off.
Yeah, no, I think it was interesting watching you try, like, being like, you were like, this is a terrible mechanic, and then when you started to figure out that it was partially because of the atmosphere, like, I think one of the things that's really interesting about this game is that, you know, those don't moves are so hard, get progressively harder on purpose.
No, the don't moves actually get easier once you figure out the trick, which is literally just rest the goddamn controller on your leg. Like,
But that's cheating.
I'm not sure you actually could do the don't moves if you were just holding it. Like, the couple times we tried him, I couldn't get it to work. Like, in part because the controller is vibrating, and it's such a small margin of error. It's pretty ridiculous, really. It is a good mechanic for the situations it's used in. It is a badly executed mechanic. It's kind of like how the quick times in this game are top-notch quick time events, where they have a pattern to them, there's a rhythm to them, like once you get into it, and they're fast, they're quick, which is how you want quick time events to be. The don't move had a bit of a... Yeah, this is almost impossible unless you cheat a little bit. Like, I kind of wanted to put it on the floor once to see if the vibration was enough against the floor to make it fail. So I kind of think it may have been.
Well, I wonder if that was the idea, is that the vibration is to prevent you from just putting it on a flat surface.
But the vibration also made it hard to do it when you were holding it. Like, my legs are relatively flat surface, but soft and squishy, which I'm sure absorbed most of the vibration, and I could still feel the controller moving a little bit.
Yeah, no, I think what's interesting is, like, it's only a PS4 game.
Yeah.
Right? And it particularly is very focused on what this particular controller can do. Like the reading and the swiping of the phones and the...
No, and they have announced actually with PlayStation VR, there is a Until Dawn thing coming with PlayStation VR.
That's
I will
really
not
cool.
be playing that because I am not down for VR horror.
That's a lot. That is a lot. That is a
No,
hell
but
of
the
a
game
lot.
started off with some annoying jump scares, which I was a little afraid it was going to keep relying on, and it did eventually build to, no, this is just terrifying.
Well, I think what's interesting is you can get ahead of the plot and it still works, which I think is the sign of a really good horror movie.
No, we knew they were Wendigos long before the game was like, they're Wendigos. It didn't actually matter they were Wendigos the entire time, I guess. Like, they're monsters, nothing more complicated.
Yeah, no, and I think the movement of them was really great and creepy.
Yeah.
And I loved the element that they were still people, that there were elements of them that were still
like
people.
the tattoo and stuff like that.
Yeah. Which is why I'm really hoping that we get to see if Josh and Hannah are just like chilling down in the cave together.
Seems like a possibility.
Chilling in a treehouse.
I don't think treehouse. Maybe the burned down house.
Yeah, no, I think one of the issues that I have with this game is how they handled Josh's mental illness.
It just felt unnecessary. I'd have totally believed a character was like, no, I'm just getting revenge because revenge and you guys killed my sister. It felt like an unnecessary layer to me. Sorry, I kind of cut you off there.
No, I think that's really the problem is that scene in the mine is, I mean, I don't have schizophrenia, but I think it's a really interesting simulation of what a hallucination can feel like.
Sure.
But it also, it feels a little bit like mental illness for plot purposes. Because it comes and goes, and he's able to cover pretty well.
It didn't become a thing until it was a thing. Like, it was like, oh yeah, he's mentally not all there. After he'd pulled off a very successful plot,
like
to
very
scare
organized. Yeah. No, because like that kind of organization, like that's sociopathy, that's ASPD.
Yeah.
It's not persistent delusion, which is what this would probably be called.
Yeah.
Because he can be under the delusion that this is like a really funny joke, I suppose.
But he wasn't. It was all
Yeah.
about. It really was all about revenge in some ways. Like if the mental illness had been his obsession of revenge, I'd have been more like, oh, okay, I get it. It's stupid, but I get it. But no, this was like full blown hallucinations, medication, diagnosis, restraints.
Well, and the fact that Josh was having issues with mental illness before his sisters disappeared.
No, and that's my point. Like, if it'd been a caused by the sisters thing, I'd be a little more likely to believe it, but...
Well, I think it's more of an issue of, like, I can understand if it was the same, like, if it was schizophrenia that was being managed with medication,
yeah,
and then it got out of hand when his sisters died. Like, trauma messes up, people who are mentally healthy in the first place.
Yeah.
But for him to have, what's basically described as a depressive disorder because he's getting treated with SSRIs, and then for it to go into full-blown schizophrenia, it seems a little weird to me.
Yeah. And this is going to sound strange. Building off that, I would like to harp on the timeline that exists before this game, because apparently in 1 year... Josh manages to pull together this whole House of Horrors thing, gets over enough of his sister's death to, like, not be a wreck, convinces friends to come to the cabin with him. It just doesn't seem plausible, really. Like, and they have a search, like, it's all the things that happen before the game starts, just timeline-wise don't make sense to only happen in just a year.
I mean, that wasn't an issue for me. What was actually an issue for me was that the mining accident supposedly happens in 1952.
Yeah.
But everybody has, like, 1880s styling.
Yeah, it's the mines. It's different.
Just like, that's a
Not
little
everyone.
weird.
The Wendigos had a couple of them.
Yeah. No, it was just... And the doctor was super old for some reason.
No, I guess on the same time, it's... If the Wendigos have been around since the 50s... Why hasn't this been more of an issue?
I mean, the implication, I thought, was that something about Hannah's behavior, like, triggered them and pulled them out of the mines.
Maybe.
Like, it was that all of a sudden there was, like, one extra, and that was, like, the bacteria tipping point. Like, when you have those maps of growth in cultures, and then, like, it's just like the one where all of a sudden it's like, this is unsustainable.
Now, I
They're
guess
gonna
you
go
could make the
somewhere
argument
else.
of, at least based on what we know about Wendigos from Supernatural and other stuff, they do hibernate for extended periods of time. Like, this may have just been the end of the hibernation period, or Beth joining... Which one was it, Hannah or Beth?
Hannah is the one that is a Wendigo.
Hannah joining the Wendigos pushes them over their provisions. Like, they have the hooks, but nothing on the hooks.
Yeah, I mean...
Thing.
There's something down here.
You have a visual on a a survivor. One survivor, repeat. Is that?
Stay back! Stay back! No! Stay back!
Wonder who was eating.
Probably still the hunter guy.
That makes sense. So yeah, that's it, I think.
Do we want to try and watch the video, even though
Yeah,
we
let's see how
missed
much of the video we got. Let's see how much of the video we got. That's a good one. We got all of the butterfly effects?
Well, I think you have to within the...
I'm not sure you do. Because you could definitely fail some, I'm willing to bet. Like stick together and shit like that. Yeah, you had to work against them occasionally. I don't know. Alright, so totems. Let's go around everything else first. Got all the mystery men. Wish like if you got all the unlocked some little cutscene of like, here's some stuff.
Well, I think that's why it's only one video now.
Ah, we missed our one thing.
Our one thing.
Alright, let's watch this video.
Many years ago, my grandfather hunted those.
Oh, it's
by
the
curse.
dude.
But there was one that eluded him. The fiercest of all, the Macapichu. It was a terrible thing, and my grandfather could not defeat it. Sometime after, the prospectors came to mine this mountain, until a cave-in trapped the men and woke the curse again. And there were dozens of men with no food, no light. And in that blackness, the hunger came. They were consumed by their abominable cravings and driven mad. Murderers, cannibals, eating human flesh. And if you kill this monstrous thing, the spirit is released and swirls the mountain like an evil wind waiting to possess again. You best not kill them, I have tried. You can only trap them, taunt them with fire. And after all these
Pretty
years,
sure Mike killed a couple.
after many moons and many hunts,
Well, but I think they'd just probably
Oh,
repair.
yeah, that's fair.
out of my grasp, beyond my reach. Until one night, a year ago, I was finally able to get him in my sights. But we were not alone in the woods that night. While I was tracking the Macapichu, it was tracking something else.
It shows the Macapitu?
The Macapichu forced your friends over the mountain. There was nothing I could do. I couldn't save your friends, but I could avenge them.
That's it.
Well, there was more, but we do not
Didn't
get to
the
see
last
it.
one. So yeah, thanks for joining us for Until Dawn. We'll be doing something in the future, I'm sure. Got lots of other stuff going on. Go watch some more videos or something like that.
Watch Grease Live. Matt's in Grease Live.
No. We didn't work on Grease Live. We do not promote Grease Live. Way to cement this video in a very weird point in time, recording-wise. So yeah, we do this at the end of all these long runs. If you enjoyed this, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe and all that fun, annoying YouTube stuff we generally don't say, but probably should say more often. But yeah, share this with your friends and stuff like that. We love fun playing this. We'd love to hear your guys' feedback. Later?
Later.
Something Wicked Studios.
Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you give us a thumbs up down below, you share us with all your friends, and you subscribe to the channel. If you're looking for more videos right now, we've got a whole bunch of ones all over the channel you can get to by the links below. If you hit the random button, I promise to send you to a good one. You know you want to. Press it. Press it.